Welcome back to the homestead, everyone. As you saw in the last video, we put the roof over the connexes. It is just temporary for this winter, and who knows, you know how it goes. It'll probably be there next winter also, but at least it's keeping the area in between them dry. I got a lot of things going on right now. The ground is completely frozen, but it hasn't really snowed. No snow's laying on the ground yet. So this time of the year is a lot of little things that you can get done outside when the ground is frozen, but there's no snow on the ground. So that's what this video is going to be about. The first thing I'm going to do is start burning this brush pile, and I'm going to burn it right here. I got the beast back here. I got the brush pile that needs to be burnt, and I'm not gonna burn it because it's up against these nice trees right here. And then I got my big dirt pile right here, and I got a bunch of roots and stuff right here, so I'm just gonna burn it right in this pile of roots. What burns up is great. What doesn't get burned up will just get buried next summer. So let's see if we can't get this fire started. All the wood's a little bit wet and it's all covered in frost, so let's hope I can get it started. I got it going now. I just piled a whole bunch of stuff on, but give it a few minutes and the flame's gonna be flying. That fire's definitely going now. It's gonna burn for a long time. Plus, I only got a little bit of the pile put on it. She's gonna burn for days. I just put a whole bunch of wood on the fire, so I'm gonna let that burn for a little while. In the meantime, I'm gonna change focus and I'm gonna put a tarp on these logs. So let's get that done. That's done. I feel a lot better now. These logs have been cut. Most of them have been cut since last summer. They sat out in the elements all last winter, all last summer, and all this summer. At least now they're going to be somewhat dry and they can keep on curing and drying out. So whenever it comes time for me to cut them up into firewood, they'll be nice and dry. That fire's really going now. it's clear on the other side of the big dirt pile that I have, and look at it going, wow. I'm gonna go over and hang out with the fire for a while, let it calm down and die down some before I go in for the night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's about 8:30 at night and the fire is still going. But the good thing is that whole brush pile is gone. I don't know if you can tell, but I think it would show if the brush pile was still here with the light of the fire, but it's all gone. It's all on the fire now. So I accomplished my goal today. It's a couple days later, actually. I was hoping to do this the next day, but I got called away, and I'll discuss that here in a couple seconds, exactly what happened. But today, what we're gonna do is, right now, I just have a black extension cord running through this pipe, down, over, and into my window here. This black extension cord. It is a heavy duty contractor grade extension cord, so I don't have to worry about it overheating or causing a fire or anything. But I do want to get a real electrical cord put in for my cabin, going from the breaker panel in that little shed there over to my cabin. So we're gonna run the line today because it's gonna start snowing. Well, the forecast is calling for mixed rain and snow starting tomorrow, and then after that, the next several days, it's calling for snow. I don't know how much we're gonna get. You know how the forecast is. So I wanna get this done before there's too much snow on the ground. But first, let me show you the fire. Let's go and check out the fire that I burnt earlier in the video. Right here is where that big brush pile was. It went from clear down here, clear up almost to where that log is laying on the ground. And it came from those trees over there clear out to about here. So that's 10 feet, and it was easily 10, 15 feet high. Huge pile, and this is what's left right here. Just this little bit. And it burnt into the bank pretty much. There was a lot of debris, a lot of branches and roots in this area. It burnt into there pretty good. It's still smoking right up here. I don't know if you can see that, but it's still smoking down in there. So I'm calling this a win, a big success. Got rid of this big brush pile before the snow flew. Let me go and show you something else. My neighbor called me up and was like, hey, we got some beams. So I got 4 huge beams. They're about 30 feet long right here. Most of that stack is my neighbor's. We kind of co-own a couple of them. And then I got 6 more beams on my trailer here. They're all about 30 feet long. That one's about 27 actually. But these ones are all 30 feet long. This is 1/2 inch. That's like, what, 5/16 or something like that thick. 30 feet long, 32 feet long, something like that. And then I got 2 more beams sitting under that big welder there. And also I got this nice pipe here. Sometimes you gotta drop what you're doing when you're offered stuff like this. So I dropped what I was doing and I got myself 10 nice 30-foot beams. Big, sturdy, heavy-duty beams. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do with them at the moment, but I got them. That's what counts. You'll see those in other videos coming up sometime. I don't know when, whenever I actually do something with them. So let's get back over here and get this cord put in the pipe. How do I do this? Nothing's unrolling. The troubles of doing everything by yourself and not having someone with you. Everything takes two people. Part one's done. Let me go in and get the regular house wire, and I'm going to tape it to it, and I'll pull both through at the same time. I got the two wrapped together. Let's see if I can get this through the pipe or not. I think this is going to be the hardest part, going around this bend. What I should do is probably just pull it out this way about 30 feet and then come back and loop it in, but I know what will happen. I'll get a big loop right here that I won't be able to get undone or something like that. So let's just try it this way and see what happens. It's going easier than what I thought. That actually went way easier than what I thought it was going to be. I need to pull out enough cord to go over to the shed, up the wall, through the wall, and then down to the breaker panel. The breaker panel is basically right on the other side of the wall from here. So if I pull out enough to come up around and then back down to about here, that'll be more than enough for on the inside. Oh yeah, that was easy. I got almost enough. I need another 2 or 3 feet. So yeah, I need it to come down to about here. So let me try pushing another 3 feet through. Yeah, that's enough, I think. I'm gonna say that's enough. Let's get the other end rolled up and put where it needs to go. I'm calling this part of the project complete. I got the 2 wires run. I got a lot of extra right here, enough to go up the wall and in. And I got enough going over to the utility shed over there, so I can go through the wall and down into the breaker panel, where I'm gonna hook that end up to a 100 watt or 100 amp breaker switch. That's gonna feed the cabin. So this is done. Let's move on to something else. The snowblower has 4 Zerk fittings. There's 2 right here, and then there's 2 here, but I gotta rotate the wheel 180 degrees. So let's get these 2 greased up, and then we can rotate the wheel. I didn't actually do this last year. I hope that wasn't a big deal. It should have came greased. That one's good. That one's good. Now to rotate this thing and get these 2 over here. I got it rotated. Unfortunately, I forgot to turn the camera on. I actually started it up and just rotated it, ran it for a couple seconds, and ran it until I had the Zerks out front. So let's get these greased up. I've looked all over the snowblower. I can't find any more Zerk fitting, so I'm gonna say this is ready for wintertime. And we got snow coming here probably tomorrow. I'm glad I got this done. Thanks for watching, everyone. That's a wrap on this video. And don't forget, if you're still here and you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. It's free.